Hey guys, back. Might as well just jump over in. Kind of forgot what I was doing because I took a bit of break to start encoding sorting the previous recordings out. So I should probably check my items to give myself a hint. I'm guessing by that sound, there's two of them. Oh! That used to kill them in one hit, enemies in one hit now. From the last dungeon. Oops. Stupid me. Alright, so if I checked your armor parts, so I don't have that much yet, but we'll get in there. So King's Hideout, Sheriff's Office, that's not too bad. But we are getting to the point where I will start needing a lot more gems. I don't know what, once I get to the final dungeon I can actually buy them, but that's not much help here. And even then they're overly expensive. I'd much rather take a gamble to find them than spend a fortune. Especially since I've just checked the tropes I need. Lovely. And I need weapon specialist, so 99 in one. I think it's either elemental or killer start. So much money, I think it's like 65k or something. And one for defeating the last dungeon, I'm assuming, as it's a hidden trophy. So it looks like, if I'm right, Demon Shaft doesn't have a trophy assigned to it. Kind of hoping I'm wrong, because that would be a nice end to it all. And I don't think I've got the key, do I? No, I don't. And I've got no use for that candy. I'm gonna have to get rid of that between episodes, really. And at some point I am going to buy the Wise Owl sword, even though I think I can only get one of them. Which if I can only get one is a shame. I think that one upgrades into the Lamb sword, which once it gets below half durability, or maybe it's when it gets low durability, transforms into the Wolf sword, which boosts its stats. There is a way around the stat issue, and that's by creating a synth sphere. By creating a synth sphere, which will hold the stats of the equipped weapon, well, the weapon attached to it. And until and that is why I do not want a the enemies to get popped, because they do scream over royally. Gunny looks a little bit crabby. You know, considering this is meant to be where merchants store their goods, are we literally robbing merchants by doing this? I mean, if these are the merchant stores, then the merchants are pretty bad merchants. They've got pretty bad merchandise. Apologies, I've got something stuck in my throat, so I'm just having a quick drink. Because I don't want to cough down the mic. Since I am getting more or less to the halfway point of this game, and I'll be honest, I'm likely to complete this game within the next couple of days and just set an upload schedule. I'm kind of considering what series I could do to replace it afterwards. So I've got a couple of good choices in mind. Once I complete this though, I will be setting this up onto a schedule on YouTube to reveal every other day. Oh, and I'm thirsty. At the moment, the series I'm thinking about doing to replace this are The Forest, which has not long came out on PS4. I think that came out November last year. Tides of Numenera, which I know it's a few years old, but still, it's a fun game. I haven't actually completed it, but apparently it's got quite the narrative. To the next floor, I think. Oh, mimic. Doesn't help that I couldn't see his attack. Like I say, in this one, I think the camera angle is going to be my enemy because these pillars everywhere are absolutely horrific for seeing. And there's a big chest there. I don't even know if I trust that chest. I think it's too early in the dungeon for it to be a king mimic. But if it is a king mimic, I've got no way to back up. Thankfully it's not. Guess the trap. It's a curse. And once again, it's one of my weapons. Quick, done. I am just gonna have to go level them up. because I'll definitely want to boost the weapon for the next boss, because I absolutely hate the next boss. I am going to try to do it in a different manner to how I normally try to take her on. Like seriously, the camera is really starting to annoy me in this dungeon. I mean, it's nearly impossible to see what I'm doing in half the fights because of it. And that is a card. Do I even want to risk that chance? Why not? Okay, maybe that's why not. That's one dead mimic. I'm really liking the ancient sword. Just like nice design, and when stop does kick in, it's quite nice. Though I don't think I've seen stop hit any of the enemies on this dungeon so far. After this floor, I'm gonna have to retreat, go to Norrøn village, drop my items off, make my fishing gear off, and then buy some repair powders. And I'm hearing a lot of crabs. And I think between episodes I'll check my diorama, see if there's any parts I can start putting together. See what I mean? Those pricklies compared to the prickly kings from the last dungeon. Now I vaguely remember some of the stuff that needs to be done in this town. I think the water shop likes to be near the fountain. King likes to be away from. I think King likes to be away from the sheriff, or is it Joker that likes to be away from the sheriff? And I don't particularly want to finish Joker's shop off before I get the next character, because I'm sure the reward you get slightly different based on whether or not she's in your party. Another game I'm thinking about is Last Remnant, as the remaster for that. This came out well, it came out like last month, I think it was. Well, not last month, I think that was November as well. So that would be about 3 months ago now. I do have the original version on Steam, but obviously I know a lot of people know that it's now no longer on Steam, so if you don't have the original version, you can no longer buy it on there. While I do own it, I've never, well, I played about 10 minutes of it, but then my controller just wasn't picking it up properly anymore. And I think I'm going to call it an episode there. I'll see you next time, guys.